Now to a CBS 2 exclusive. He was dubbed the Cannibal Cop, an NYPD officer accused of planning to abduct, kill, and cook a list of women, including his wife.
But his conviction was overturned, and this past December, a federal appeals court upheld the acquittal, making him a free man. The now 31-year-old sat down with CBS 2's Alice Gaynor to explain in his own words what happened and where he goes from here.
Today, the NYPD officer accused of plotting
to kidnap and eat women.
Was it a twisted sexual fantasy?
Media around the world had a field day with the headlines.
So this all started in high school. Was there a friend who talked about it?
Never talked about it with anyone, and never
So none of your friends knew this side of you?
No, never. It's like, how do I bring it up?
But now the world knows his darkest secret. In 2012, Gilberto Valle, an NYPD officer at the time and married father, was accused of plotting to kidnap, torture, and cook at least 100 women, including his wife. She was the one who tipped off authorities after she put spyware on the computer.
She saw me on staying up late in the computer. Now, I saw some of the paperwork that she filled out for the FBI. She thought I was having an affair, which I never did.
So she thought you were cheating. She didn't expect this.
Right, she didn't expect it.
Valle had been spending his nights in fetish chat rooms, engaging in gory back and forths, writing things like, quote, letting her bleed out, then butcher her while she hangs.
They have a picture of a beautiful woman laid out on a platter. That I found attractive, but as far as actually cutting her up, you know, none of that stuff ever, the blood stuff never appealed to me.
The FBI found files on Valle's computer that included women's names, addresses, and photos.
I'd send a bunch of pictures to someone I was role-playing with, and they would pick which one they thought was the prettiest, so that person happened to pick my wife. It wasn't like I was shopping her out or that I intended to do any harm to her. I'm not so much into the whole cannibal part per se. It's more about the like the bondage stuff.
But you had mentioned things online about the size of an oven.
Yeah.
You know, cutting someone up, getting them ready to be eaten. Yeah. So if you're not into cannibalism, how do you explain those comments?
I had created this role where I was the, you know, the cannibal guy, the chef. It was my username, whatever it was. As time went on, you know, more and more people wanted to do these role plays with me because I was really good. I kind of wanted to provide and be a little more graphic and kind of not disappoint. Again, the competitive side of me came out.
You searched online for methods of abduction, but you never intended to harm anybody?
Of course not.
Why search online?
Those were all to kind of add a little realism to the stories. It was all role plays.
But in March 2013, he was convicted of kidnapping conspiracy. He spent 21 months in prison.
I had a job in the kitchen, as everyone knows.
You see the irony in having a job in the kitchen in prison?
That was the only job available, so I didn't have a choice there, but I am a good cook, so people need to get over that.
In July of 2014, a judge overturned Valle's kidnapping conspiracy conviction, saying it was fantasy role play.
Would you go on one of these sites again one day?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not interested in it right now, but if I wanted to, it's not illegal.
Valle was vindicated in the courts, but in the court of public opinion, he knows everyone has their own verdict.
Wish I wasn't known this way. I wish I never went through this. I wish I still had my wife and daughter with me. I wish I still was a police officer. I miss that stuff every day.
Valle's wife divorced him, and he hasn't seen his baby daughter since his arrest. She's now 4. Since being cleared, his focus is trying to get visitation with her. He's in therapy. He had a girlfriend for a few months and is working in another field. Inspired by his lawyer, he took the LSATs and is debating a career in law or even trying to get reinstated in the NYPD. Maurice and Christine?
Amazing how candid he was. I mean, just really no emotion, just matter of fact. Regarding his career in the police force, though, any chance of that?
It is possible. It would have to go through the courts. He would have to sue in order to get reinstated. And as for his current job now, he said he applied to 15 places and nobody would hire him. You know, Google searches, of course, they see this. And
even though he was cleared?
Right, even though he was cleared. So a family friend actually got him his current job, and he says he wants to be a productive citizen. So
did you feel like he was being honest?
I did. I mean, I didn't have him hooked up to a lie detector test, but he did answer everything, and that struck me as well, Christine, the fact that he was so calm. And I asked him about that. He said he's just so numb to everything at this point.
No emotion.
No emotion, yeah.
Right.
Alice, thank you. Great reporting.
Thanks.